about nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's going on, beautiful people?
Autumn in New York.
Autumn in New York.
Do you know that song?
No.
It's such a thrill, so exciting.
Nice. I don't know it.
You don't know it?
Still no. Never
Oh,
heard it.
you got to listen to it, Rob.
Isn't that there's a movie called that too?
There's tons of things. Yeah, I believe there's
Autumn in New York?
I believe so. It's but the song came first.
Nice.
You should put the song on next time that you're in a beautiful setting.
Okay.
Because you just experienced a beautiful
Very
autumn
beautiful.
in New York.
I
Tell
was
the people
really
where you
sipping
were.
the Kool-Aid of autumn in New York.
Can we sip the? I think if we're going to be sipping anything in autumn,
What is it? Apple cider?
it should be the apple cider. You're
Yes.
really sipping the apple cider,
Yeah.
Rob.
I had an apple cider donut. You called me actually as soon as I was pulling over to get an apple cider, and it was like a cute little fall. I had FaceTimed you, which was interesting timing. But this donut was so good. It was just like I could taste the egg and the goo. I don't even know what it was. A new substance. Like it was hard for my mind to even associate that this ends up becoming what I had previously known to be a donut.
It's not new. It's the old.
Yeah.
Everything old is new again, Rob.
Yes.
So here's the thing.
What?
When you could taste ingredients
Yeah.
in a food item like that, you know you're in the right spot.
It's delicious. It was crazy.
You know where you can't taste ingredients?
Where?
Entenmann's.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't
You don't
even know.
taste the egg and the sugar and the.
I never
I
never
so
bit a
gooey.
Twizzler and go, oh, red dye for
Yeah,
me. Right?
exactly. Yeah,
But to taste egg is so beautiful.
yeah. It was crazy good.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you experienced that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so happy, and the FaceTime was nice.
Yeah,
It's hard. I will say this: when you FaceTime, I didn't know how much noise I should go. Oh yeah, nice. I didn't know how much stank I should put on.
how
it.
much reaction?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because here's the thing: it's coming through the phone,
Yes.
and I think it's beautiful to show.
Yes.
I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
how much stank do I put on it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, because through the phone things aren't always they're not as beautiful through the phone as they are.
No,
in person.
not at all.
We just need to say that.
No, not at
and
all.
I want to say that with relationships too.
For sure, with relationships,
Like-
more so with relationships.
When you think about it, like,
It's the opposite though.
what do you mean?
I think relationships, they are able to figure out a way to put the rose-colored glasses on, whereas like I'm taking these pictures of these trees and they don't look nearly as beautiful. Like mountains don't translate to these pictures as well as other things.
Well, here's the thing, Robbie.
like things that are vast and just like overtake you because they're so large and layered and beautiful, and the color, it does not translate to the phone.
You are not a photographer,
No.
and that's part of the problem. And here's the thing about fall. When fall comes around, it makes me think that I'm a photographer. It truly makes me think that I could just take a picture of anything. I'm picking up single leaves, Robbie, the other day when I was alone in nature. I was in nature, and I'm picking up single leaves and taking photos of them on my phone. Just concrete underneath the leaf. It looks horrible. I took a picture of a bench. What about fall makes me go, I need 7 pictures of an empty bench in my photo album?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's something about fall that I am a photographer. I will take the photos. Of what? Ducks flying away. Canadian geese we see all the time.
Yeah.
I look at the photo, I go, it's blurry, and my finger's in it.
I really am not good at taking photos. I also just think some things you have to live in. That's kind of what it comes down to me, is like you need to just live in the moment and experience it in the moment. And then that's the beauty of it. Not everything is going to translate into you can't get the emotion and the feeling of the fresh air, the blue sky, the bright leaves into my phone.
Some people can.
Some people can.
Some people can. But here's the thing.
Martin Scorsese, like, I don't know. Yeah, Photographers, directors of photography. Yeah. People who do this for a living.
But we can't.
I guess that's a good point, because it's like I watch.
And we try to... We experience beauty, and in fall, we experience the beauty, and we try to capture the beauty.
Yes.
And then we just end up with a photo of a donut in the air or surrounded by a bunch of vans in a parking lot.
Yeah. And the phones are trying to help us. They're really trying to make it easier, I guess, to do this stuff, but there's still a level there's levels to this stuff, we'll say. Like I watch preseason basketball and you watch like the starters or the stars of the NBA play, and then when they get down to the guys that are like just on the cuff of getting into the league, it's like you could see, oh, there's a huge difference. And then you think of myself, I think, oh, I could do X, Y, Z. I'm not even leaps and bounds. Like, this is a whole nother entity of like talent that exists. And I think it's true for photographers too. Like, I think we don't think because we have the phone, it seems accessible to us. Because I could get a basketball and shoot a basket, it seems accessible. It is. They are far away from us.
Just because you can take a picture doesn't mean you should.
Yes. Yeah.
I
got so many
it'll capture anything.
Mid to bad photos of the most gorgeous things I've ever seen.
Because that's autumn for you.
Yeah.
Autumn for you is beauty is around us and us thinking that we're photographers.
Yeah.
That us thinking that like, oh, get a photo of us. It also makes us feel like models.
Yes.
Oh, autumn makes you feel like a model.
I know. It really makes me wish I had more money to buy clothes because I love fall fashion. Fall fashion is my favorite. I feel like you could do so much.
I asked my friend to take a photo of me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Autumn comes around and I did the basic girl leg cross.
You did.
I put one foot in front of the other and extended it and went like this.
That's
to
cute.
The air.
That's cute.
And I looked at this and I said to my friend, I go, who am I?
Yeah.
And he goes, who you are is someone that got wrapped up in the season.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
I got so wrapped up in fall that I thought I was a model. Did this classic girl leg cross, arms up in the air like glory to God in the highest.
Yeah. I was taking pictures at the wedding and like, cause I wanted to capture some of the beauty of what was around me. And my friend's like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, hand in your pocket, bend one leg, turn to the side. And I'm like, it was hard for me to do. I don't know. I felt so corny. But then the pictures look good, I guess. You need to, they know what they're doing. The fall influencer, what do we even want to call them? The people that inspired these poses. Like, you got to pose. Like, at the end of the day, the picture's better if you pose. And as much as I don't want that, it's just a better photo than me standing there like this. Yeah. If I do some type of pose. Yeah. So I think it probably came out nice.
Well, that's nice.
2 hands in there. I mean, your photo, how did it look?
Bad.
Oh, bad.
My whole point was that I thought I was a model because I got wrapped up in the season, and then I look at it like the other photos of the leaves I have. Yeah. I'm not going to post these single photos of leaves I have.
Yeah.
Because why? Who needs to see that?
No, you're right.
Right? But I'm happy that you experienced some nice
I think I had a nice photo, yeah.
That's good, yeah. It's nice.
I'm also in a tux, and I'm at a beautiful hotel, and like everybody's taking photos.
You have to. At weddings,
you got to take at least one.
I would be, if I had a wedding and no one was taking photos at the wedding, I would be offended.
Yeah.
I would go, what is it?
Yeah.
You don't feel good enough to take a photo at my wedding?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to take something.
Yeah, you have
My mom wants a picture. People want a picture.
Your mom wanted a photo.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
Other
people wanted photos?
Sometimes.
Some people hit you up saying, can I have a photo of you?
They're like, I can't wait to see pictures of the wedding. Take pictures, send pictures. A few people said send pictures.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. And you enjoyed your time.
I enjoyed it a lot. I grew up, like there was a phase of my life where I was super, super into baseball. It was like my whole identity for a little bit of time. You saw my room when we went back to my parents' house. I was very into baseball. My screen name was Red Sox Freak. It's Red Sox FRK 93. And I forgot, like, being a sports fan is a very nerdy endeavor. And being a baseball fan is kind of like that level of nerdum, of almost OCD a little bit, of superstitious, of routine on steroids. A good baseball fan is a great accountant. A good baseball fan, a great accountant.
If I walk into like someone's office that's gonna be my accountant for that year, get my taxes, and they got baseball stuff all over, I go, you love numbers.
Yes.
I trust you.
There's so many numbers.
There's so many. These baseball fans almost love numbers more than they love the game.
That's kind of how I was as a kid.
These baseball fans, they detach the people. They just see numbers.
It's a very much, because Yeah, there's a lot of numbers. 162 games.
I bet you more actuary scientists are into baseball than into
Probably
Star Wars,
so,
than into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's the nerd that they are.
And it's so nerdy. As I was thinking about that, I'm like, Star Wars, there's 6 movies. Now there's 9. Now there's like a whole universe. But Star Wars nerdom has existed when there was just 6 movies for a long period of time. Baseball, you have 162 games every year. 162 3-hour games that small things happen, that there's routine, there's superstitious. This does well. All right, I'm going to add this to my routine. But there's people wearing rally caps around the Cooperstown. There's people dressed up in full outfits around Cooperstown. It was very...
You know who I want?
What?
To check the numbers of, I don't know, support beams in buildings.
Baseball fans.
A baseball fan. You know why?
What?
Because on their free time, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They go to a stadium and they go, give me a beer and a piece of paper with a pencil.
Yeah.
Remember when you were a kid and you show up to a baseball game and you have a piece of paper and a pencil so you could make your own statistics?
Yeah.
We were doing, baseball fans do Excel spreadsheets in the crowd.
Mid-game, and it's fun
They
for
go,
them.
give me a Coors Light and Excel, please.
Yeah. I forgot. It's like I think the proper term is neurodivergent, but there's a certain level of neurodivergence, I think, that a baseball fan needs to be so committed to something, to have 162 games where you 162 days, you have a 3-hour plan going into the year, and then hopefully more. And I think to be like that locked in, to remember all of that stuff, to be that focused on this, baseball fans are not afraid of commitment.
Well, yeah.
I think good partners probably too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. They're at least at home.
Yeah. They're
you
not.
You know where they are.
Yeah. And I'm just walking around. One guy's talking about how he can't sleep for weeks because he's too anxious about the Yankee game. I mean, there's just so much tiny little factoids and things that have happened throughout history. And I'm watching it and walking around and I'm like, I remember exactly where I was when that happened. I remember exactly where I was when that happened. It was really bringing me back to, it was extremely nostalgic.
Baseball's great for 12-year-olds.
It was, if I was a 12-year-old boy, this place was heaven.
Baseball's really good for 12-year-olds because it's something that takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And when do you have more time than when you're 12 years old?
Yeah. To watch every game.
You know who's not getting into baseball?
Who?
A 40-year-old new dad.
No, probably not.
You can't do that.
It's hard. I mean, unless you get the kid involved. That's kind of what dads do.
I'll do the Olympics, winter only.
Yeah.
I do winter. If someone's like, I'm only into the Winter Olympics, I go, damn, you got a busy schedule. Someone says they're into baseball, I go, 12-year-old boy?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was like, my takeaway was that this place is heaven for 12-year-old boys. If you're baseball's kind of dying too. But, I mean, you remember... I would say the heyday of baseball was probably the 5 years before and the 5 years after the Subway Series in New York.
Okay.
Would you agree? It was huge.
I don't really know. I can't. Yeah, I remember people being
excited. How big the Yankees were. How big Derek Jeter was.
I remember
A-Rod
being
came.
excited around that
it was
time.
just any given Saturday, Sunday on Staten Island, I would think that the Yankee game was on. If there's a family party, a barbecue.
That love the Yankees.
Yeah. It was a very... they lean in on that time period too, and that showcased their height. It was America's pastime, which it doesn't feel like it's America's pastime anymore, I would say, at all.
No.
Football is more that.
I honestly would say Love is Blind is more of America's
pastime
probably
than baseball. At this point,
I would say The Bachelor and Bachelorette are
probably
more of America's pastime than baseball.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When are they gonna do a Love Is Blind's Cooperstown?
Well, they should. It made me feel it's so nice for people to be able to express their passion all over. It's just 3 New York City blocks, and every single store, every single bar, every single thing is baseball themed, they're all so nerdy and they have so much passion around it. Every food item has a fun little name that's related to baseball.
And here's the thing, in my mind. We should be doing that for all genre.
Yeah,
there should be a one-piece town.
There should be a little one-piece town. Yeah, I agree.
One-piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And you get to dress up, and nobody looks at you like a freak.
You can really let your freak flag fly in Cooperstown. And I forgot.
Not Pooper.
Cooperstown. Sorry.
Cooperstown,
USA, baby.
Towns are the kids that played hockey growing up. Yeah, I'm not going to Cooperstown.
Yeah.
Take me to the Wayne Gretzky restaurant, Toronto.
Yeah. there is something about a super niche fandom and letting them go somewhere that they can feel so comfortable and really nerd out
We
with
should
other
do
people. The vibes are just good.
Yeah, we should do that for more things
Yeah.
besides sports.
I want to go to
Like-
Tokyo or like go to Japan because they have the Pokemon world. Like,
I think that's great. I
Like,
think
we
that we
need
need to
that.
bring some more of that to America, and
Yeah.
that might make towns happier.
100%.
And I think that you go, oh yeah, that's weird for your town. You don't need to live there.
No.
And you know who's gonna live there? People that love that, and it makes them happy.
Yeah, and they want, like, there's a guy who moved, I think he was from Texas, and then he went to Oneonta, and now he works at the Baseball Hall of Fame,
Matt.
and he oversees all the rookie cards, and he knows where all the rookie cards are from all these people from every year, and he can just find this person, and he knows this
And he's
person.
so happy.
He is happy, and he gets to talk shop all day. All day, somebody comes in. They're passionate to talk shop. He's passionate to talk shop. You got the playoffs on the TVs. It's October.
Can I say
I
this?
was just fucking so into fall when I'm there.
Can I say this?
What?
A Love is Blind restaurant needs to drop.
For sure.
Someone needs to do a Love is Blind restaurant where you go with your date and they put a partition up in between you and you just have to communicate.
Yeah.
Think about how good a date that
Oh,
would be.
yeah.
That would be such a. Why has no one. Here's the thing, restaurant owners, if your food isn't the best out there, where there's a lot of it,
Yeah.
you need to start doing stuff like this. Make it like we're doing Love is Blind night on Wednesday night. We put partitions up in the middle of the table. You take a date and you really have to talk and communicate over dinner.
I love that. I think that would do very well.
I honestly think it would crush.
Yes.
I would love to go on a Love is Blind restaurant date. And
Yeah.
you see them before.
Yeah. I mean, it's massive. I have people that I would never expect to be Love is Blind fans being like, you got to watch the new season.
I hear the new season's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
People are going nuts. We'll watch it.
But this is what I want to say on top of that, like, so you were talking about if the food is bad. My experience, granted, I went to 2 restaurants, so I don't know, like, take this with a grain of salt. But the food was good because the level of care and passion that goes into the project, which is this Doubleday restaurant where the founder of baseball named as a cafe named after him, and it's like a diner food, but they make their own muffins in house, and the food was mad good. They got fresh fruit. But I'm saying,
the food's
like,
good, and then you go, it's diner food. You know,
well, diner good. You could fuck up diner food.
Yeah, but it's not. You still, the hook is what sells you on the place, probably.
Yeah, but if the food was good, and because they, I think, have so much care and passion for the
Baseball.
town, for everything, yeah, that they do a good job. They want to make their product good. They want to make their store good. Like, there was just such a level of, I think, like, care and passion towards all of these little shops in the town that made me be like, oh, it helps the product. Because when you care and you come from it the perspective of a fan, what would a fan want? And that's what you basically are. A fan who just happens to also have a store. It's like you build it around the needs of the person, whereas a lot of people, how they start a lot of these endeavors is like, how can I make money? Well, when you come from like, how do I like fulfill the needs of other people that are really passionate, I think that you build something that ends up having a better product, if that makes sense.
That things are better when you do it out of love than
Yeah,
money.
of course. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that.
So that's
yeah,
what, like, but then I get these homemade muffins that are really good at this diner, and then I just got scrambled eggs with bacon.
Sure.
It was probably the best. I'm a big diner person. It was better than most diners that I've had in the city.
Well, let's be honest.
Diners in the city are bad.
Diners in the city are dead. It's a thing of the 70s.
Well, they don't taste good as much anymore.
Well, also here's the thing: they can't afford to be here.
Yeah.
Diners can't afford to be here because
Yeah.
you don't make money at
Yeah.
diners. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Right? That's a different.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation.
But it was nice. I met this guy, and there's one of the stores it's called Mickey's Place, I think, after Mickey Mantle, and he's got every single minor league baseball hat that's active in the league, and he was like showing me all the hats. I'm like, this is one of the coolest hat collections that I've seen, and he's like, yeah, I think like it's the biggest collection of minor league baseball hats like outside of the minor league website where you can get everything in order, but it's only one in person. And I'm like, are you run the store? He's like, I'm the manager. I do inventory, but I don't own it, whatever. But he had such a pride of like showing me all the different hats. He's showing me, oh, Trenton Thunder expired. I think somebody's going to pick them up. And he's like really trying to preserve this lost art of minor league baseball. And he's so passionate about it and cared so much about his store. And I was like, I'm someone who is nerdy about this stuff. I think it's fun, the little teams, the minor league baseball team names, and the different fun logos and T-shirts and whatever. So we got into a nice conversation, and I'm like, thank you for doing this. I thanked him. I was like, this is so cool. Like, I'm so happy this exists. It made me happy.
That's nice.
And I I think I bought a hat at a store, but
you did, or do you think?
Yeah.
You did? That's nice.
And
that's the best way you could thank him.
Yeah, of course. And it's like,
well, that's good.
It was just very, like, to see someone who cares so much to preserve something that I think a lot of people do care about and love. And he has such pride in what he did.
Well, towns around the theme are great.
Yeah.
I mean, but we've known this for years now. Because
I mean, Disney kind of did that.
I mean, you know who did the best?
Who?
Halloween Town.
Yeah.
A town of Halloween.
Yeah.
What are we talking here?
Yeah.
That is truly a place where the ghouls and goblins actually exist.
Yeah, Halloween Town.
Halloween Town.
Yeah.
And
a Disney classic original, as we know I love.
Disney original movies. It actually sometimes makes me sick.
What?
That no Disney original movie has won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
It actually makes me feel nauseous.
Which one would it be? It would probably be High School Musical.
Don't you dare! The most basic answer I've ever heard.
High School Musical is it's got to be the biggest.
The best Disney original movie was Luck of the Irish.
Oh, that was my favorite.
So
when I was a kid.
Here? Luck of the Irish.
I rewrote the whole story into a chapter book when I was in 3rd grade of Luck of the Irish. I did really love that movie.
If any Disney original movie should have won an Academy Award, it should have been the Luck of the Irish.
All right, that was my favorite.
Luck of the Irish. What are we talking about?
And then High School Musical 2. Once High School Musical 2 came out, I think it took over Luck of the Irish, but I was in high school at that point. So Luck of the Irish took the top spot for a long time for me.
I'm throwing down a Halloween Town into the mix. Let's play that. You know what? You know what's so beautiful about Disney original movies?
What?
The CGI didn't matter.
No.
It was almost better with bad CGI.
100%.
Because it made us all feel safe that we knew we were watching a movie.
Yeah.
Movies try to be too real. I miss old CGI where I could look at it and I go, it's just a movie.
This is a movie. Yeah, this is a Disney Channel original movie, and it felt like so.
I didn't get scared at Smart House. You know why?
Why?
Because it was so bad, the CGI, that I knew it wasn't reality.
Yeah.
When I see little kids scared at movies, I go, I don't blame you. It looks damn real to me.
Yeah.
The blood looks real to me.
Yeah, that is true. Smart House was a little scary, low key.
Low key, 100%.
Yeah, it was
bro.
It was a little scary. But no, Luck of the Irish. I mean, I was not great at basketball. Imagine some leprechaun comes around and makes me the best basketball player on my team.
This is the thing.
I get cool hair. I wanted to be. I would never have that made me want to be Irish.
Here's the thing.
It took me a long way to get that out, but I have a lot of Italian pride. That movie came along, and I really wanted. I was like, I wish I was like a little Irish at least.
Well, the Disney Channel original movies did this thing. And this is why I get still I think us millennials still love Halloween Town and movies like Luck of the Irish. But I think why millennials love Halloween Town is they told us that at any day something could come along and tell us that, oh, by the way, you're a warlock and you could go to this other town. Yeah. Oh, by the way, your reality isn't real, and you're actually a wizard, and you could go somewhere else.
I've come to save you.
I've come to save you from your reality to bring you to a different one. And here's the thing: as a 35-year-old millennial, I still have hope. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up that there's not some great aunt of mine that isn't going to pop into the picture one day and go, by the way, Seb, you're a warlock.
It would be amazing.
We actually created all those movies. All those movies were for us as children that told us at any day your life could change it and the horrible reality you live in will become better.
Yeah.
Us adult millennials need that story told to us as adults.
Yeah, we need some magic.
We need some Halloween Town happening to 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
We need someone coming along tell us, hey, by the way, you're Irish, and all of a sudden you're on LeBron James' team.
Yeah, exactly. I need a little leprechaun to get me to the NBA.
I need like Mike.
Yes.
I need to find sneakers where all of a sudden I'm playing in the NBA and I'm 30.
100%. Yeah, that would, I mean, when is it going to happen for us?
That's the thing. When is it going to happen?
We need some magic. We were told as kids that magic was going to come into our lives at some point. You were just going to have one day where the ship turns around and you didn't have to do anything to get the ship to turn around.
And here's the thing. I'm not mad that you told us. I just need you to keep telling us.
Yeah.
I'm not mad that you told us.
Yeah.
I just need you to now just move that age gap up.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Let's make it a full-grown adult.
Yeah. That would be a nice movie.
Right? Just a full-grown adult. And I'm not looking for a full-grown adult to, instead of finding magic sneakers that make him play basketball well, I'm not looking for him to find a computer that makes him send the perfect emails so we get promotion.
No, we don't need that.
That's
we don't need that.
Not what I'm looking for.
I want cool magic. Millennials, get back to your old imagination. You could do so much more than send emails. You could do so much more than excel at your corporate job.
I am not
out of
looking
the box.
for.
Let's go. What do you want for
I'm
real?
not looking for like, I don't know, who's a good business person, you know?
Yeah, Jamie Dimon.
Yeah, I'm not looking for like Jamie Dimon, you know? Where all of a sudden you're able to show up and your presentation is perfect.
Yes, no, we don't care about that.
I don't want like Mike for presentations for the office, okay? No, I want like Mike all of a sudden, you find an art set and all of a sudden you're the greatest painter ever.
Yes. Yeah, that would be nice.
Somehow Michelangelo is in your fingers.
Yeah. A sculptor. Yeah, use your imagination. I mean, the NBA still be cool. Like Mike would be cool. Like LeBron, like Bron. That would be cool.
But
maybe that's what we do. Like Bron.
What are you talking about?
It's a millennial version of like Mike.
Oh,
you're older. Yeah.
It's now you're like LeBron.
Now you're like LeBron. Yeah, he's the basketball player that has been in the league the longest of our time, and now instead of a kid, it's a 45-year-old man.
Tough. But that's a story that I think we all need.
Yeah.
Because I think that here's the thing about us: we're not gonna get what we want, so just keep selling us this dream.
Yeah.
So nothing's good's gonna happen. So just keep selling us this magic dream.
To pretend, yeah.
Because we're watching. Us millennials are watching Halloween Town every single Halloween.
Yeah.
We know what happens,
back.
and we're
Yes,
still closing our eyes and saying maybe this year. So just update it for us.
Yeah, it would be really nice.
And don't make it with kids. Make it with adults.
Yeah. I guess Sleepy Hollow, I've never been, but does that kind of do a Halloween Town vibe?
Salem does the best.
Salem does the best version of a Halloween Town.
I mean, Salem was a place where, the Salem witch trials. You know?
Yeah.
Where
have they, do they feel bad about that? Have they, like, covered it up?
I think so.
Or
I see people wearing shirts that, like, you didn't burn witches, you burned women.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
I mean, you have to at a certain point.
Yes.
If you
can't lean into the witch thing too hard there. Like, maybe it's a little weird. It is an interesting line.
You still at some point have to acknowledge that it was bad.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's not fine, but like, yeah, you could still then have fun after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
It was bad, hard, scary place.
Yes. I think we're people that like a themed town, like a Christmas village. We both really like a full scale town that turns into a Christmas village. That's nice. Halloween Town. I mean, it's hard because you need to be able to survive the rest of the year. And I guess Cooperstown has the summer. They have the fall when the leaves come. And then they're on a lake. So people do like baseball tournaments there. Like they figure out a way how to keep the...
I went to Lake Placid where they do like the summer... Winter Olympics. And that was really... It was like a Christmas kind of village place. But
yeah.
Yeah. I think
you got to find a way how to make it work all year round. But when they execute it, it's very nice. And I think people need to start endeavors from your passion and have that be the place where you figure out I don't know. I think it'll just end up being a better product of what you're working on if it really comes from passion and that passion isn't like making as much money as possible. Which a lot of people are like, I just want to fucking be my own boss and have a lot of money.
People love to hustle and grind, Rob.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then there's this new trend called winter arc.
Okay.
Which means it's October 1st. You have 90 days till the end of the year. You have so many days till the holidays where you're going to have to be around your family. It's time to hustle and grind. So when you show up for the holidays, you have so much to tell them. You got a promotion. Your body's better than ever. Here's my question, Winter Arc. When do we get a break?
Is anyone safe? You have to report to grandma? Like, why does grandma need your deliverables?
Well,
can't you just go, Grandma, I love you, it's really nice to have your cookies?
You gotta show up with the report.
You need to have a report?
You gotta show up body better than ever.
Why do you need to impress Grandma?
You gotta walk in, your great uncle has to go, damn.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing, can we get Winter Arc? Can we get a month? What month are we gonna take off?
We need a month off.
We
did the video about it and it did really well. We're the only culture that doesn't get a month off.
Well, not even that. We need a month of not hustle and grinding and trying to improve ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't need every month to be a challenge month.
Yes.
We don't need it. Hey, every month has a new slogan.
Yeah, sober October, dry January.
Dry January.
Yeah, there's a lot. Before Labor
New
Day.
Year, new me, right? 90 days till summer, right? There's always these things of like, hey, let's improve ourselves.
Yeah, summer body. You gotta be on the summer body diet, whatever. No, we don't.
We don't
need to relax.
At October 1st, to be like, hey, we're gonna rebrand this last 90 days as the time you should go hardest makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because what happened to the blankets?
Yeah.
What happened to the UGG slippers?
Yeah.
I just want people to relax for a moment.
It's also interesting, the term arc, because it implies like a change, right? It's arc is you have one train of thought in the beginning, and usually in, like, I guess sometimes there's villain arcs, villain origin stories, but usually it's the hero's journey. Whatever, you go through some stuff, you come out a better person.
Everyone has that's storytelling, right? So you find out how they change, a person changes, right?
And this arc seems like, from what you're describing, that I would be more annoyed by the person on December 31st than the person who started on October 1st.
I know.
If you just grind it, like, what is the arc? What did you learn? What did you change? Like, what? It doesn't seem like a person that I want to hang out with, or that has like, oh, you've done actual work on yourself. Well, it seems like you just are ignoring the work and are just like grinding.
Well, I think some of the stuff
it
is
is
like
self-reflection,
journaling, and like.
But the people that journal, it's almost counterintuitive of like, I'm journaling to get, like, it's so aggressive. It's like, no, journal to reflect on yourself and take a second to sit with yourself, not to just like go on a checklist. All right, I journaled, I read 10 pages, I did this.
This is where you're wrong, Robbie.
Okay.
Journaling is alpha.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Journaling, this is why you're wrong. Journaling is the most fucking alpha thing you could do.
That's like rebranding diaries to be.
Give me my bow. Give me my bow. I'm shooting a deer, and then I'm gonna journal about it.
It's so weird.
Get me in a cold shower in a hot room and a journal, babes, and that's when I'm happiest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing is more alpha than my 10-minute meditate. I meditate so alpha.
Yeah.
Some people go, some people push thoughts away. I go, give me those thoughts. I'm gonna crush them with my mind. Some people go, if that thought came to your mind, just make sure to gently push it away. I go, give me those fucking thoughts.
Yeah.
When I meditate, my teeth, I don't grind my teeth in my sleep. I grind it while I meditate.
Okay.
Because I never stop grinding, babes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it seems like.
Oh, you have no idea. The most alpha thing you could do is wake up, not look at your phone, journal, and meditate. With a rock hard cock the entire time.
Missing the point.
You know what's like
to
wake up and meditate with a fucking hard on for 10 minutes every morning? Just in the sun, feet in the ground, eating liver, just a hard cock going,
I mean, we joke, this is real. This is real. This is very real right now.
Every
and it's
morning,
so misguided.
I take ashwagandha.
Yeah.
I take my ashwagandha with the blue chew. I get my
with the blue chew.
I take a blue chew and ashwagandha.
The blue chew ashwagandha mix is
I
wild.
take my mushroom coffee, right? I slam my mushroom coffee with ashwagandha and a blue chew. Dig hard as could be, and I go, give me philosophy.
There's only a certain level of optimization. Like, these things are popular because you are supposed to sit with yourself and reflect, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that at all in this arc.
There's no stillness.
No.
I think that's where people actually learn, is through stillness, through quiet. And it's
being honest with yourself a little bit. I don't know what's happening in these journals.
I mean, this is a problem with therapy too. That people,
I agree. There's issues
lie to
with
their
therapy now. Yeah.
Like I don't. It's at the point where I don't care if you go like therapy. It's
Yes,
good that
I
you go to
agree.
therapy, but like, you know how many people go to therapy that like just must go there and lie their ass off?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not an original take at all.
No,
right?
but yeah.
I've heard so many people say this online, but I do think it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Everything is what you put into it.
100%.
Just like how you're saying with the diner.
Yes.
It is what you put into it, right?
100%.
So I agree with that with the journaling stuff, because you got to be. Yeah, you got. I want those people that are so tense to take a breath. I guess that's what it is. I was hoping that
that's the
these
point of the
hustle and
journaling.
grind
Yeah.
people could take the comfy months off.
Yes.
Because we have to call these the comfy months.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Can't the hustle and grind people take the comfy months off?
Or enjoy something, enjoy the beauty in the world. But like it's when it's so regimented and scheduled, it's like from 9 to 10, I can enjoy the beautiful leaves. It's just like, no, sometimes you just need to let flow happen. There's, we don't need to be so analytical about everything.
It's very dangerous that I say this online.
Why?
As a fat person, you can't say this shit.
Okay.
My opinion doesn't matter around this regard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
There's certain things that in my life I'm not allowed to say publicly. And
Yeah.
one of them is saying, can we not hustle and grind on December 23rd?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it, but it's also...
No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very dangerous, but I like to play with fire, Rob.
You should play with fire.
I like to play with fire.
Yeah.
Let them say what they want.
Yeah.
Because I like to play. I mean, it's hard. I have set these rules for myself, Rob.
Yeah.
There's all these things. I'm not wearing a gray shirt for the rest of the month.
Okay. For the rest of the month. No gray shirt.
No, I can't wear a gray shirt for the rest of the month.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
It's Halloween season. As a fat person, if you wear just a plain colored t-shirt, people are just going to assume and paint a costume on you.
Okay.
Being fat and just wearing a plain colored t-shirt, people are going to go, just guess what costume you are. I can't wear a gray colored t-shirt because everyone's going to think I'm dressed up as Modang. All of October, if I go anywhere in a gray colored t-shirt, someone's going to go, look, it's Modang. Do you know the burden that it is when October rolls around? I have to look at my t-shirts and go, which one can I wear? And people won't assume I'm a costume because I'm fat. Which plain colored t-shirt could I wear where people aren't going to think I'm dressed up? Because gray's now gone. Thanks a lot, Modang.
Okay.
I can't wear gray without people think I'm a freaking hippopotamus.
Baby hippo, yeah.
People can't think I'm a hippopotamus. People love to paint on a fat person if they're wearing a plain colored shirt.
Yes.
I went to one year I didn't want to dress up. I wore all black. Someone goes, "Oh, here's the bowling ball." It's not even that mean. I wore all black, and it actually comes from a place of they think it's fun.
Yes.
They go, "I'm wearing all black." They go, "Bowling ball. Would you come with some pins?" Yes,
it's rude.
I wore all black because I said, "Oh, everyone will get it. I'm a bowling ball. No holes in my shirt. No nothing."
Yeah.
Please, I wore a red shirt. You know what happened?
What happened?
Someone literally goes, "This is perfect. Run through the sheetrock."
Oh.
I said, "Excuse me, mister. I'm just here. I'm here because I'm at the DMV and I'm trying to get a new license."
Just in October.
Just in October.
Yeah. People are assuming you're dressing up. I mean, that's rude.
Can't wear a plain colored t-shirt as a fat man in October. They'll paint the costume on me.
Yeah.
They'll paint it on me. I wore a green shirt once. I was sweating. They go, "Oh, global warming." I go, "Okay, at least you're creative with that one. At least you're creative with that one."
That person was very creative. Whoever thought of that was a very creative person.
A green shirt, sweating. They go, "I get it. Oh, I get it. Global warming."
Yeah, that guy's a funny guy. Whoever thought of that.
Whoever thought of that.
Came up with that one. It's creative for sure.
I don't know who he is. I gotta hit him up soon.
That's funny. I mean, I'm sorry.
It is
I'm
funny.
sorry you
care.
went through that. The global warming one will let it pass.
It's my cross. It's my cross to bear.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I'll be walking around. People will be yelling "Modang." I guess I'll just wear our gray shirts around.
Yeah.
It'll be what it'll be, Rob.
Yeah, that's annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just, it's fine. No, I mean, I'll try to dress up this year. I don't know yet.
You don't know what you're going to get?
No, I still have the pizza costume from last year.
Yeah.
I still have the pizza costume. But, I mean, I have to do something creative because here's the thing. And this is just reality. I don't want to say this.
Yeah.
But this is just, I don't want to share this information because this is going to hurt people.
Yeah. I feel like I have something I want to talk about later that people will not be on board with fully either. But I need to say how I feel. So it is what it is. And if I upset some viewers, we could talk about it, or it is what it is. We gotta be honest and true to ourselves.
You gotta love us in our
whole range. And you're going to get the truth.
People might not like this, but so here's the thing. The more appealing you are, the cuter you are, the hotter you are, the less effort you have to put into a Halloween costume. The better looking you are, the more people like to look at you, the less effort you have to put into a Halloween costume. And people just got furious because they said, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I made my own costumes most of my childhood. Gee, I put in 2 months of effort, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this is the way that you find that out.
Yeah.
But I just want to prove it. Think about a baby. Everyone thinks a baby's so cute. You put them in any costume, everyone goes, I love it. You could put them in a potato sack. What do people say?
Adorable.
Oh, a dog. A dog in any costume people love.
Yes.
Now,
I mean, a hot woman will say, you just need most of your outfits you could wear as a costume. You just get cat ears. You just get. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, me, I would say.
Find the words.
Like in college, one time I just wore a vest and a construction hat, and I just found some shit, and I just opened it up. I was in pretty good shape at the time.
So then you're like,
not much effort. Not much effort. Zero effort, and I got to do this little costume.
And that's just the reality.
That is the reality.
You felt think you were good looking enough that you go, I don't need to put a lot of effort into
I could lean into the slutty.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I like the word slutty. You view it as derogatory.
You're talking about yourself.
I'm using it positive word. I view slutty as a positive word, but not everyone does, and it's mostly not used that way. But yeah, I leaned into a little bit of a slutty side, and guess what? It doesn't take a whole ton of effort.
No. The hotter you are, the less you have to try for Halloween.
Yeah.
The hotter you are, the less you have to try. And I know that people are like, I have 12 different fabrics at my home right now, and I bought a Singer sewing machine because I have a Halloween party.
Yes.
I'm sorry. And you know what? You're more attractive than the people that don't even dress up.
Yes, I agree.
So it's just the reality.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, realize if you're not putting any effort into your Halloween costume, you have to reevaluate how hot you are.
Yeah.
Because you'll get away with it if you're very attractive.
Yes.
If you're very appealing.
I appreciate like someone that could get away with just doing nothing, and they take a ton of time and they take a ton of effort to put into their costume. The very rare intersection of hot and personality.
The very rare intersection.
Yes.
Oh God, you know what I hate?
What?
When there's a guy that, or like usually dudes are doing this. Oh God, all weekend I'm playing I'm Not Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just playing I'm Not Okay at everything I see.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with the new song I'm Not Okay because all I do think of is men that cheated on their girlfriends and their girlfriends found out. Their girlfriends found out that they cheated on them and the girlfriends broke up with them and them just posting selfies like and just
it's
playing
the worst type of person.
Playing the song I'm Not Okay. I'm not okay. I'm barely hanging on, and just like a dude, like looking at the camera because his girlfriend found out he fucked someone else.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I had to say that. What was I talking about?
Men costumes Halloween.
Oh, so men will do this thing if a woman is hot and awesome, they'll say this. They go, "You were ugly in high school."
Oh, really?
You've never heard someone say that?
No, I guess I understand how someone would say that, but I don't think I've ever heard it.
Oh God, I've heard dudes say that. I remember it being like, "Oh, you had a glow up, huh?"
Interesting.
Because you have a good personality.
Yeah.
They think it's like a compliment.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, that's rude.
It's very rude. I mean, people say when it comes to looks, people just say rude stuff nonstop.
It's also like, I guess you need to be ugly at some point to have a personality. That's kind of like a diss on hot people. I view that as more of a diss on hot people. It's like it's impossible for you to be hot and develop a personality. Well, that's basically what it's saying. Like, it's more derogatory when you break it down towards hot people. If you value personality over looks, which I guess not most people do.
Well, yeah, people do. If looks aren't important to you, you don't need to make a big deal about it. You just don't need to make a stink about it because you're not helping anyone by saying that out loud.
Yes.
If for someone to be like, "Oh, looks aren't important to me," that hurts the person you're with. To tell someone you're with looks aren't important to you makes the other person's head want to explode.
Yes.
It just goes, and what do you feel like? You just feel better than other people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's something that people love to say too.
Yes, they do.
People love to say looks aren't important to you. And here's the thing, looks are important to you.
On some level.
It's just maybe not the most important thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I get, but I think we should get rid of this thing of looks aren't important to me.
Yes.
Looks aren't my top priority is what we should say.
Yeah, you don't even need to say that.
We don't even, honestly, if looks aren't important to you, you should pretend that they are because you'll make the other person feel great.
Of course.
What's better than making the other person feel great? You know what hurts? When someone looks at you, when you dating someone and they go, I never cared about looks.
Yes.
I look in the mirror and I just see Joker makeup appear on my face.
Yeah. I mean, it is part of attraction. Attraction has a lot of different, I don't know, it's a magic potion, and physical attraction is part of it.
Even if like you're dating someone because of their personality, we don't need to say that looks aren't important to you.
Yes.
Because all it does is hurt someone.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess what makes you the most unique? I don't know. I don't know. Looks are important. It's all part of the thing.
I've dated people and they said, look, I don't date for looks. Looks aren't important to me.
Yeah.
And I'll see the next person they date, and I'll go, Jesus. Well, my personality's like theirs then, because they suck. I go, you're not basing it on looks.
Next guy's like a model with no personality.
Yeah. Just the next person is like an 8-pack that likes to talk about the Dow.
Yeah.
I go, what? I go,
so if you don't like
looks, so that's your, that's where you're at, that's like funny. The standard of level of like personality. I go, Jesus, my personality's that bad? Oh, God.
Yeah, that is wild.
Ooh, doggy.
That's a rude thing to say.
Nah, it's fine. I live.
You live.
I live. I only, you know what?
You've heard it enough at this point where it's not surprising.
God,
but is it a turnoff then? Are you just like,
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's hard for you to move past that.
I'll tell you this, there's many things. Looks aren't important to me. I've heard it all, Rob.
Yeah.
Looks aren't important to me. You're unconventionally attractive.
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me I'm a freak show? If someone says you're unconventionally hot, someone goes, Seb, you're unconventionally hot. Why don't you just tell me I belong in a zoo?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go, oink, oink, piggy boy.
Yeah.
Let me pull that little tail of yours and see if you're dookie on the carpet. If you look in my eyes and go, you're unconventionally attractive, why don't you just go, get the cage, we found the freak. That's what it makes me feel like.
Yes, I could see that.
I don't need that.
No.
And the other thing I don't need is when someone goes, you're not my type.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't get that. If you could imagine.
Someone looking in my eyes goes, you're not my type.
Yes.
People think they could be rude. People think I'm strong. The problem with me is one of my biggest faults, and you know this, is people think I'm strong.
Yes.
When in fact, I am what, Robbie?
Weak. No. I think I said it because that's the word you wanted me to say. I would say...
Piggy boy, let me pull that tail and see if you're dookie dangle on the carpet.
I think you're sensitive. I think you've heard it all at this point, and you have a low tolerance.
I have a low tolerance.
And I think, understandably so.
And I think that people don't realize.
Have learned about other things. Like, they've learned in the context of how commenting on other people's looks, how it's inappropriate, but not with someone like you. No. I think a lot of people have, like, slowly, and it takes a while to get
I'll be the last, and I get why I should be the last person.
Sure.
Because it's not, I'm like, other people, their looks affect their lives on a more day-to-day basis. Women have to deal with this shit so much worse than I do. Yes.
There's other people that have to deal with it. But we don't need to play the struggle Olympics. Like, it also sucks for you. I don't know. It's not fun.
I like to play the struggle Olympics and lose. I never play the struggle Olympics when I win.
Yeah.
I only like to play when I know I'm coming in last.
Yeah. Yes. Which is, that we need to reserve some empathy for the people who lose the struggle Olympics. because that is still a struggle.
Well, it's okay. I'm not.
For sure.
I'm just saying. I think some people say it thinking that they're being nice.
Yeah, people live on fucking Mars.
But
They say
job.
stuff
this
all the
is
time.
My job. Rob.
Yes, it is your job to comment on this.
This is my job.
Yeah.
My job is to make people go, oopsie daisy, maybe not me.
Yeah. Well, just don't say that next time, people out there. You're unconventionally. What? By whose convention? And what is the convention? Can you actually lay out the convention? And then, like, I think if people were to actually say what they're saying out loud thoroughly, they would hopefully realize that it's kind of wild.
And here's the thing. I'm the last person to speak. I've said the wildest things out loud, but I try to be better every day.
Yeah.
I've said the wildest things, and I know I've hurt people's feelings. And I
Sure.
need to.
Sure.
But I try to be better.
Yeah, you do.
I don't say the same thing twice if I make
listen.
someone hurt.
Yeah.
Try not to.
Yeah, you rarely do.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Those things just irk my gears.
Yeah.
Because Halloween is
It's
time.
going to turn you off to that person. Like, it's just not, it's hard to unsee.
Fall is a time of where it's like being comfortable and cozy, and Halloween is a brief time where hotness matters a lot again.
Yes.
In this beautiful, comfy, cozy season.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's be comfortable. Let's feel each other's feelings. Let's be empathetic and slow down for a little bit. And then Halloween's just in there to go, tits, ass, abs.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, let's go back to the harvest.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is this time sometimes when I'm thinking about Halloween where those feelings pop up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's it's a fashion show in a way.
it is a fashion. It is people looking at your body.
Yeah.
Halloween is the only time that someone walks in a room, you could look them up and down and make a comment on
Turn
them.
around.
Yeah, turn around,
you
let me
could do
see
the
them.
whole thing. Yeah.
For Halloween, you could literally stare at someone's body.
Yeah.
You're given license.
You're kind of encouraged
and
to.
comment on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I'll tell you what. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Sometimes Halloween is scary enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what's the scariest part about Halloween? Not the ghouls, not the goblins, not the skeletons in the corner.
What?
It's that I walk in a room and someone looks me up and down and tries to get
and you're in a slutty outfit.
Yes. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And I get taken back right to my mother at Easter.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, I also have something I feel like that people might not love. I guess a trend or things that I'm seeing recently that's kind of been annoying me. And then I went to Cooperstown this weekend, and on the way back from Cooperstown, I stopped at Beacon, New York, which is like a town, cute little town.
People love
halfway
Beacon.
between where I was upstate.
People talk about Beacon.
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
I had friends that were like there for the day. And Beacon, New York seems like a town that was built off of snootiness. Whereas coming from a place like Cooperstown, where people have genuine passion about what they love, and they like are almost drawn there because they have this strong passion, and they open up stores that is very much from the mind of a fan. It is very much like so much heart in each and every small business on the street. And to go somewhere like Beacon, New York, where it's a luxury toy store, it's a luxury thrift store, it's a luxury candy shop, it's a luxury like not even good coffee shop, and it's just kind of like the things that have made me feel sad about what's happened to New York City. We take the negative of that and bring it to 2 hours upstate, and that's kind of what this premise of this town. It's very new. All the shops are pretty new.
Well, it's just a town built on I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I have money.
Where's the baseball town? At least we're baseball town USA. It's coming from heart and passion.
You know what the one good thing about that town is?
What?
Let them all just stay there.
Kind of. They're leaving.
That is the one good thing about the town. Like
they're
go
leaving
there.
a little bit. Yeah, they are, but they're making
You know
way
what-
for
you know
new.
what
They're making way. It's not like they're leaving and New York is becoming more accessible to working class people. It's like they're leaving, and then there's just like a new wave of people that annoy me
Their kids
coming to New York, and now this is just like New York is a stop on the way to go up there. It's not
I
clearing out.
so
But
one-
yeah, I agree.
One thing I have a problem with is
What?
those
The luxury toy stores?
luxury toy stores,
Boutique toy store?
That's like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Because no kid has ever cared about the price of a toy.
Yeah.
You know what they care about? If it's fun and they play it.
100%.
How enjoyable it is.
And even like back in the day, like toy makers, I think wanted kids to play with their toys.
Speak for the toy makers, Rob.
I'm
Speaking
for FAO himself.
I think for the toy makers.
I think FAO Schwartz, he wanted the kids to play. I think
Speak for-
Jeffrey the Toys R Us.
Oh my God, he's turning into a giraffe.
Yeah. I think you wanted it to be accessible to kids. It wasn't like some, I don't know, clout measuring, not clout. I want to say dick measuring contest, but that's vulgar. But that kind of attitude towards my kid has a fancy little, it's not even a fun toy. It's like a fancy little rhinoceros that's $45.
No kid wants that.
No, even Beanie Babies were like expensive toys when we were kids. And what were they, $11?
Buy toys for kids, not to show off to other parents.
Yeah, it's very strange.
To buy a toy to show off to other parents about how classy your toy is.
Yeah.
Is the opposite of what a childhood should be.
Yes. And it's just the kids playing with a boring toy. And the parents, it's two kids playing with boring toys, and the parents feeling some type of fulfillment out of this. It's very strange.
They'll just buy a $400 tic-tac-toe set.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, exactly.
Like it'll be like, what are we doing here? Get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Put your money towards something else.
And I like handmade, like all that stuff is good, but like it's not coming from a place of heart and passion. It's coming from a place of like, I'm going to charge a bunch of money and make as much money. And so it's like, all right, we're halfway there. I love a handmade toy. My dad made a thumb hockey thing when we were growing up. He built a wooden thumb hockey, and we played it every single day before we went to bed. I would play, my brother, sister, like we would play this handmade wooden thing. Very fun. So I love
with like
that.
rubber band and something, and you'd shoot it at each other?
No. So it's like, have you ever played thumb? Like you get like a little wooden thing. It's like air hockey, but you just use your thumb.
Oh,
so there's two little goals. It's fun, and you just kind of hit it back and forth. There's a little puck, I guess. So I do one hit, and then you go. And then I go, and you go, and you try to get it in, and then whatever. It's very fun.
Nice.
But there's a lot of heart in that. This is like we're making these types of toys, jacking up the price to a ridiculous degree, and then it loses the heart because it's more about the clout. But I think what really will piss people off, because I think this is a very popular trend, especially where we live, is I can't anymore with these luxury thrift stores. It is so confusing to me that we have gentrified Goodwill to a level that is just like so mind-blowing. And it's like allowed because your carbon footprint, you're not contributing to fast fashion. It is allowed. I think that is what has allowed these people to get away with it, because there's some level of like moral superiority involved with going to these luxury thrift stores. But it's like, so now I have to pay $150 for a t-shirt that was $18.99 in 1994. In order to feel like what is I don't know when this started. Was it Macklemore? Was it the song Thrift Shop? Like how did we end up here? Thrifting, if you had to wear other people like hand-me-downs or other people's clothes, it was like a necessity from working class people, it felt like, in the 90s, early 2000s. And now you can't even do that. It's so expensive.
No, it is.
It's just like mind-blowing.
Poor people buy new clothes. Rich people buy used clothes.
That's what's happened.
I went to
and it's like they have
Robbie,
now morally superior to us.
I went to for one of the videos I did for the New York Post. I went to a luxury brands thrift store on the Upper East Side where they only sell luxury brands.
Yeah,
and everything didn't even have a price on it because you had to go to the front and they would tell you how much it was. Thousands of dollars to try something on.
It's just like they're getting away with it because of fast fashion and because of they have this moral superiority, carbon footprint. But it's like, this is not accessible anymore to working class people. It's mind blowing. Yeah. And it's just like it just annoys me.
It's the opposite of what thrift stores were meant to be.
Yes. Which
is helping people get clothes.
A community event. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's very on display. Every other fucking store in Beacon, New York is a luxury thrift store.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's just maybe not every other store. I'm exaggerating, but there's probably 3
It's
the whole.
It's too many for Beacon, a 4-block town.
And exactly. And it's like,
It's
what's
too
your
many.
passion? What's driving you? It's not clothing people.
But
It's not making clothes accessible.
Here's the
It's,
thing: any thrift store next to a Pilates shop, what do you expect?
yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's next to a Pilates. How many Pilates stores were there?
Yeah.
The thrift stores have now become the equivalent of the Pilates of merchandise.
Yeah.
Like, it's for the rich.
It's crazy. It is crazy how thrifting has just gotten so gentrified. And how they're like, look down on people if you shop at H&M or something like that and you can't thrift. People can't fucking thrift anymore.
Well, when someone
I guess Goodwill still exists, but there's not many.
there's
There's one in downtown Brooklyn.
people don't people go through there that like thrifters go to the
Goodwill
and they
buy the clothes and then jack it up.
yeah
It's
a resale market.
It's crazy. And like, is nobody talking about, like, it seems like it has
mean-
been able to exist for too long without me saying something, and I need to like speak on it.
Thank God.
Yeah, of course.
We've been waiting.
Yeah, you should, as you should be.
I was silenced because I was waiting for when you would step up.
But it's very annoying. And it's crazy to me. And
Well, I think
the
if you're
fact that they're
rich,
able
it
to get
flips.
away with it, of like they're the morally superior ones, is very much annoying because they have taken away an avenue that used to exist for people to like. You can get something nice. You can get something cool for an affordable price. And you could find hidden gems. They don't exist anymore. There's people that are actively scouring through to find hidden gems and then charge fucking a ridiculous amount of money. And it's like, you again, the heart of your store is not clothing people. It's not, I hope people can find cool stuff, because that's what fucking
who
Goodwill
did this,
does.
Robbie? I'll tell you who did this.
Who?
Gary V.
Gary V.
He says, if you don't like your job and you make under $100,000, be at garage sales 365 days a year. What do people do? They go to garage sales, they find something that's cool,
Yeah.
and then they charge an arm and a leg for it on Depop.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely contributed.
Well,
But
that was like his biggest cause.
Yeah.
Was like buy stuff from people that don't know that what they have is good.
yes.
And then
Yes,
sell
that's
it
a
for
big
a lot
thing that he
more.
does.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. And I struggle to think that every single person that has opened a thrift shop in Brooklyn is a Gary V head. But again, that's his driving factor there is to make as much money as possible. And it's not about the community. It's not about what makes a store good, what makes a store have heart, what makes like...
Rob, a lot of stores aren't going to be about community.
But that's how it was in Brooklyn.
Not always.
Yeah, but a little bit. It wasn't like I need to rip these people off as much because they were the people who
It depends what
you
store
went to
you're
church
talking
with.
about.
You went to like, but they all, you know
Oh.
what I mean? Like if you lived in the, like my grandma's community, there was not one person who was just like, I'm going to charge ridiculous prices, because you all had to live together forever.
Well, that's
Whereas here people
this
come
is
in and they're
different,
living
yes.
for like, Williamsburg is not a place where like people care about each other and the longevity of like, we're going to grow old together. That is not what's happening. And that's what I mean. You know, like
Sure. Well, the world's different. I don't know how people just need to.
we don't hold each other accountable
Bro,
in a
people
sense
just
of
need
like
to
care.
Care about people even if they're not gonna be in their life.
I agree, obviously, but I think that helped with like you can materialize how much you're fucking people over. But I guess they're not fucking people because nobody cares about each other.
And that's a lot of I think this is also like online selling.
Yeah,
People sell a lot of thrift stuff online.
yeah. I mean, it's just gotten too far.
I mean, I don't know. People, I can't buy stuff at a thrift store.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's crazy how it has flipped. And I think seeing the juxtaposition of the businesses that really cared and had heart and passion behind them in Cooperstown, New York, and then just going right to Beacon, New York, where it's like the opposite, is jarring, and you feel it. You feel it when you walk in. You can just feel... You feel it. I don't know. I believe in energy and all that stuff. Like you feel it. I don't know what to say.
Well, then you know what you say. You say I'm never going back to that town.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna pop some tags. I only got $20 in my pocket. Now I'm gonna pop some tags. I need a Amex Black Card. Like that's what it's become.
Yeah.
And that's in 10 years. Thrift Shop came out, I think 2013. That song. I don't know if that was the beginning of the end. I know Macklemore did not intend for it to be that. I think he needs to speak out on it. Actually. He's very socially active.
So let Macklemore.
I love Macklemore. Shout out to Macklemore. I think he does a lot of good work. I love his recent thing.
Speak out on this.
But I don't know. I would love to sit down and talk to him. I think he would agree with me. I think Macklemore would agree with me.
Okay, at the end, this is the end of the pod, and our ending message is Robbie would love to sit down and have a serious conversation with Macklemore about how he's ruined the thrift shop culture.
I don't think he's ruined it specifically, like intentionally, but I want to see how he feels about it. It doesn't
matter. Impact over intent.
You're right.
So it doesn't matter. So he did ruin it.
I want to see how he feels. I want him to maybe make a thrift shop too. He's made some sequel songs before.
A sequel song is truly one of the corniest things you can do. A sequel song.
I mean, Ignition Part 2, it was good before, or Ignition Remix, it's not Part 2. Confessions Part 2 is better than Confessions 1.
It's so, I mean, let's be honest, Usher is corny.
Sure.
Like, a sequel to a song is corny.
You think so?
Yeah.
But Confessions Part 2, better than the original. Imagine if it didn't exist.
I mean,
when I thought I said I could say my chick on the side says she's got one on the way.
I mean, yeah,
that was mind blowing at the time.
I guess, but the idea of being like, I need to follow up, like just thinking about like sitting and ruminating over a song that you wrote like 4 years ago, and
there's more to come.
Be like, I gotta speak on that again. I mean, this is someone that loves the Wu-Tang, and Raekwon did Only Built for Cuban Links too, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he does sequels. I'm like, come on, let's do originals.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. It's create your art.
Create your art.
Beautiful. So I have some stuff I want to say on the Patreon I can't say over here. If you want to support.
We forgot to promote up top. If you made it this far, please comment on the TikTok, comment on the Instagram, comment on the YouTube videos, share with a friend, subscribe to the Patreon. You could sign to this Patreon for free. And then come in and out if you need to. I understand that it's a financial commitment. But at this point, we have 44 episodes. It'll probably take you a few months to even get through all the Patreon content. Yeah, I feel like if you like the show, you would like the Patreon. So sign up for that. But the free ways you can help, share the show. Let friends know. Put it on your Instagram story. And yeah, if you like a segment from the show, you can now share specific segments from Spotify to your story, or even just send them to a friend. If you liked 5 minutes that we talk about costumes, you can just send that segment over. So really try to share if you can, and spread the word. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone. We have always grown since we started the podcast, which is nice and encouraging. So thank you, and we hope to continue to do so.
Beautiful. Yeah, that means the world to us. All right, Robbie, hit the music.